When you do this, they realize how much they miss you. Look, folks, they see. They regard you as a puppet, pulling ropes to get their attention. After hours or days, when they react, you glow like a Christmas tree. Every moment you act first, you relinquish authority. The fact is, keep chasing, they'll run. What if you disappeared instead of chasing them? Why not step back and reclaim your space instead of always being the backup? The game flips then. When they realize what they lost, it will affect them more than imagined. People are strange. They only value what they might lose. If you keep showing up, texting first, and bending over backward, they'll think you're on autopilot, caught in their orbit. When you go, when you cease being their emotional support, they notice the stillness. How about that silence? It's louder than your words. They'll probably like the space initially. They'll think, they'll text me soon. They always do. Wait a few days and the void you left will gnaw at them. They suddenly miss your good morning texts, vitality, and how you brightened life. In an instant, everything changed. Newcomers feel this understanding, like a gut strike. They believed you would keep trying forever. But now, why did you disappear? They're confused. That curiosity, that's the first sign they miss you more than they say. In a long-term relationship, it hurts more. They were too comfortable thinking you'd always forgive and be available. But your silence, they must face all the times they took you for granted. They suddenly realize they miss what they believed they didn't need. Think of yourself as a precious, irreplaceable book. They assume I'll read it later if you're on the shelf. However, once that book goes, they can't stop thinking about how much time they lost not reading your book. The mystery of your absence consumes them. This isn't a trick or manipulation to make someone care. Take back your control. When you cease overgiving and selling yourself as a deal, they understand they've paid for not appreciating you. The beauty is that regret creeps in slowly. Their memories of you and everything you've done to make their lives simpler begin. Now that they may have lost you forever, regret hits like a freight train. Nothing hurts more than realizing someone meant so much late. You must be firm. Maintain silence. Don't let their abrupt regret drag you back in before they felt the loss. Let them stew in emptiness. Let them see that your importance was never disputed. They just misread it when they assumed you'd always be there. According to Marcus Aurelius, the soul is stained by its ideas, and when their thoughts are saturated in your absence, they can't escape it. Your silence will speak louder than words. It will trigger daily memories of what they lost. But the catch, can you endure? Can you avoid running back when they miss you? Because you've won when they feel your absence. You have control again. They can crawl back on your terms. You decide whether to return them. You're in charge. This video teaches you how to stay grounded, preserve your power, and stop responding too soon when they knock. Guts, patience, and the appropriate mindset are needed. I'll coach you through the process if you stay with me. Smash that like button to reclaim your power. It spreads this word to more people. Give this to someone who's still waiting for unneeded attention. Say it. I'm done waiting. Disclose it in the comments. Tell everyone, I'm done waiting. Since guess what? No more chasing. The only option left is to stand tall, announce your value, and let them learn the hard way that you were never anyone's backup. This is your chance. Own it. Step 1. Disappear without a trace. Listen up. Step 1 isn't about making a spectacle or leaving dramatically. No tantrums, speeches, or last-minute explanations. This move, It's subtle, very quiet. It's deliberate. I call this the disappearing act. You retreat gently like a shadow leaving the room so they won't notice until you're gone. They'll act normal at first. They'll think, text me soon. They always do. This is why you must start calmly. The hardest fight is with oneself. You'll want to contact them to confirm they care. Avoid tripping here. Quick response isn't the point. This is laying the stage for something bigger that will change everything. Imagine whispering in a crowded place. At first, nobody notices. However, when the noise fades, that whisper gets louder until it's the only thing reverberating. Your silence will become that. Your absence seems like a minor blip on their radar the first day. Days pass, and quiet gnaws at them. It dominates their thoughts soon. They'll initially ignore it. Maybe they're busy or playing hard to get. They'll think it's temporary. The more you wait, the harder it is for them to ignore your absence. They'll swipe through their phone and notice your name hasn't appeared in days, wondering why. Why haven't they called? The true test begins here. You'll be restless and inclined to text. Hey, just checking in. Your mind will whisper, what if they forget me? Right here, you flip the game. You're not leaving to control them. You're reclaiming yourself. When anxiousness strikes, remember, I don't chase, I draw. Not your job to handle their emotions. Sit silently, let them feel your absence. Days will pass, and something changes. It will take time for them to realize your absence is intentional, not just a break. It hurts more than expected when you fade out. They'll check their phone more to see your name. They'll check your social media to see if you've moved on. When they don't find what they want, skepticism sets in. They may like a few of your posts or send a casual, "How are you?" to draw you in. Text. The golden rule, don't bite too soon. They want evidence that they still control you, so reply quickly. Hold on to that strength. Sit through their pain. Let them stew in uncertainty. They must feel your absence fully. This is about boundaries, not mind games. Show them without words that your presence isn't assured. You're no backup. You owe no one free energy. Each day you avoid reaching out and stand firm. You teach them a valuable lesson. Don't stay unappreciated. Questions will eventually overwhelm them. They'll wonder if you've moved on, found someone else, or outgrown them. When curiosity becomes unbearable, they'll reach out. Now, things are different. Now, you have control. You decide whether to respond. Be aware that when they find you, they'll recognize that your quiet was the loudest message. You're done waiting. You've advanced. Say it. I'm done waiting. Say it. Write it down. Tell it straight. The game changes when you say you're done waiting. Stop giving away your time, energy, and emotions. Your pursuit of unappreciative people is over. You can feel whole without their attention. Take back your power now. Make this affirmation your anchor. Every time you want to check in or chase, remind yourself, I'm done waiting. You've started by withdrawing. Stay with it. Trust the method. Soon your absence will weigh on them. That knowledge will cut deeper than words. Step 2. Recharge. Real magic happens when you reinvest in yourself. This goes beyond distracting yourself. You should redirect the energy you wasted on them into yourself. Your time and energy from waiting for their reply, wondering what they were doing, who they were with, and when they'd notice you is now yours. Stop giving away your most important resources for free today. No more waiting. Rebuild, refocus, and shine so brilliant they won't notice. An attention seeker's life? No more. From now on, you come first. This is no idle distraction. Totally reinvented. You are becoming the self you always knew you could be. One that commands attention without trying. Everything changes here. Something amazing happens when you invest time, love, and energy in yourself. You stop caring if they notice. They will, I assure you. Oh, they'll notice. When you focus on others, you deplete yourself. Flip the script and reinvest in yourself to create something magnetic. People can tell when you stop chasing their approval. They shake when you release go because they can sense it. Situation changes abruptly. You're no longer trying to fit in. Building your own makes you untouchable. It's more than being busy. Intentionality matters. Pick items that brighten. Work out at the gym because it feels good to take care of yourself, not because you want attention. Try your dream hobby. Start a side business, advance your job, or develop positive contacts. Whatever it is, you get it. You're not trying to obtain their reaction. You do it for your worth. Every time you focus on your own growth, or invest in something that makes you feel alive, you're telling the world and yourself that I don't require validation. My own self is enough. Your confidence rises here. You emit an unmistakable energy when you feel good about yourself and wake up enthused about life. It's not about boasting, being so confident in yourself that their opinion doesn't matter. The catch, once you quit requiring their approval, they'll want yours. Human nature. What's out of reach is desired. Seeing you sparkle without them will confuse them. What changed? People will wonder why you're suddenly unavailable. That curiosity, it'll draw them back. By the time they notice, it won't matter, because you'll be too busy embracing your new, irrepressible self. However, this won't be easy. You'll occasionally feel compelled to check their social media or send them a note. You'll wonder if they're intrigued, care, and noticed how much you've changed. That's not the point, right? You're not regaining strength to impress. You're impressing yourself. When uncertainties arise, remember, I build for me. Proclaim it. Write it down. Make I build for me your mantra. Once you see results, and you will, they will notice. It may be, how are you? Text or comment on that bright photo of you living your finest life. They'll try to sneak back in to check if you're still interested. However, this time is different. You're no longer the one holding out for their attention. You've grown past that. You're new, stronger, smarter, and too busy loving yourself to care what others say. It's not about revenge. This is not about manipulating them or making them miss you. This is about becoming the person you've always wanted. Someone who doesn't require others to feel complete. The best part, when you quit waiting for others to affirm your worth, you'll attract people who value you immediately. Need no games. It will be hard, and you may want to fall back into old habits. That's normal, non-linear growth. Every time you fight going back and move forward, you prove to yourself you're worth it. You're valuable. The power is in how you see yourself, not what others believe. I build for myself. Repeat until understood. Your new reality. No more waiting. No more chasing. Stop giving your energy to unappreciative people. Every hour spent on oneself is worthwhile, because you are the only one who will always be there. You own your energy, biggest asset and biggest investment. When you construct for yourself, you gain respect, not simply attention. Those that value you will meet you, and those who don't, they'll have to see you succeed without them. Leveling up, not just moving on. Nobody can take that from you. So remember, I build for me. Let that guide your daily decisions and progress. Make it for you. Once they discover the glow-up they missed, it won't matter, because you'll have moved on to better things by then. Third, be silent and protect your online presence. Digital presence management is one of your most powerful instruments. Today, everyone is on their phones, going through social media, checking stories, and snooping on WhatsApp statuses. Today, everyone is on their phones, reading through social media feeds, checking stories, and snooping on WhatsApp statuses. You must be strategic about your internet presence if you want them to miss you and change the dynamic. Predictability reduces intrigue. If you share every idea or update your every action, people won't notice when you go. However, controlling what people see or don't see will leave them guessing. This curiosity will interfere with their head. Someone who loses access to you will check your social media first. They'll wonder what you're doing, who you're with, and if you miss them as much as they miss you. However, you won't satisfy them. Instead, establish a deliberate quiet. The magic is there. No statuses, updates, or posts. Nothing will be found after searching. That nothing, it will enrage them. The key is nuance. No need to delete, block, or purge your social media accounts. Far too evident. Instead, you shrink your digital footprint. You fade into the background, keeping them guessing. Reduce your daily posting. Leave your stories empty if they're always full. Not ghosting, but becoming a question mark. Unanswered questions are the most intriguing. When they see radio silence on your profile, their head will whirl. Why no posts? What's happening? Seeing someone else? That empty space becomes a canvas for their imagination, and they usually create strange scenarios. Human nature. Information is craved, especially when denied. Next level, you don't have to keep silent forever. An expertly timed understated post can boost the effect. Drop hints, enough to indicate you're alright without them, but never enough to explain. Post a picturesque photo, a casual photo with pals, or onto new things. Breadcrumbs are strong. They won't shout, "See me." Instead, they'll whisper, "What changed?" The hook is that. They'll return to piece together your secret story. Avoid posting manufactured or apparent content. If you try to make them envious, they'll see through you and reclaim authority. We want subtlety and honesty. Show enough to pique interest, but not enough to identify you. Let them stew in uncertainty. Let them experience not having easy access to your life. Another aspect, resist oversharing. Today, posting meals and moods is natural. However, oversharing gives up narrative control. When others know your thoughts and actions, they stop wondering. Once people stop wondering, they stop missing you. You should resist posting every notion or sentiment. The public no longer follows your life. Personal journey. The beauty of digital presence control is that you can change the dynamic without saying anything. Do you miss them, struggle, or have moved on? They don't need to know. Since they don't know, their mind will fill in the gaps. Trust me, they always assume the worst. You will appear to be prospering, glowing, and enjoying your best life without regard for others. That thought, it stings. They obsess more when they know less. Their obsession will make them miss you more. Simple as that. However, this is not mind games or manipulation. Protect your energies and keep your personal life private. Not everyone deserves your time, ideas, or updates. Say it. I move silently. Consider this your new mantra. Not every move is broadcast. Do not publish to prove. You let your absence speak. You reclaim power every time you reject oversharing and pull back. This method will make them miss you and change your self-image. You'll understand that likes, comments, and attention don't legitimize your life. You can feel complete without checking in. Your energy and stories are yours. Manage your online presence. Move silently. Move deliberately. Take note of the narrative change. When they realize they've lost your old self, it'll hit them hard. You'll be too busy living to care by then. We're almost halfway through this video. This message is hitting home. If you're still here, hit that like button. It helps spread this word to others who need it. Stay with me until the finish, because today we make serious changes. Stick with this task and let's finish what we started. Your breakthrough is near. Step 4. Send undecipherable signals. Using subtle social signals elevates things, guys. Not blaring your life online or making apparent comments to gain their attention. The key is to keep things enigmatic, enough to make people wonder, but not enough to know. Mastering this plants seeds of curiosity that become obsession. Before long, they're scanning, watching, and guessing to see if they've lost you forever. People want what they don't understand. If you vanish, they may think you've moved on, but they'll have no reason to question. However, if your feed is too noisy, they'll quickly figure things out and move on. The sweet spot is dropping hints, just enough to generate curiosity, but never giving away the whole image. Create suspense with subtle, deliberate signals that make readers lean in closer, not over-the-top posts or theatrical captions. Share a snapshot with friends, a scenic vista, or a cryptic caption like, "Some endings are fresh starts." These crumbs will make them wonder, where are they? With whom? Seeing someone new. That curiosity, it will erode them. The key to subtle signals is authenticity. They will see through forced, contrived, or jealous posts. There's no need to prove anything. Living your life and showing them you're great without them, better than fine, is key. You thrive. What about their lack of understanding? That'll drive them mad. Not everyone must publish daily. Sometimes, silence is the strongest message. You may postpone posting for a few days and return with a simple snapshot of you smiling with pals or touring. No explanation or context, just enough to think, are they moving on? What changed? Is there another? Every sight of your life will tell them they no longer know the complete narrative. It'll sting. They thought they understood you. Now that you're unpredictable, nothing is more alluring than the unknown. They'll scroll through past postings, reading between the lines, and checking your stories more than they should. When they respond to your posts, it's working. They may like a photo or leave a casual comment to see if you reply. Golden rule, don't engage too quickly. They want a quick or enthusiastic response to confirm their hold on you. Keep calm, stay light. Not ignoring them, just not giving them priority access. Remember, less is more. You don't need 100 updates to matter. One well-timed post can inflict more damage than many pointless ones. To keep people intrigued without overwhelming them, create just enough mystery. However, these social signals aren't about deception. You live for yourself, not their reply. You publish when you want to, not for attention. Your photos, captions, and online moves are for you first. Great if they learn. Nothing matters if not. Your life isn't about them anymore. Say it. I move purposefully. This is your new motto. Every post and conversation is deliberate. You're not performing for anyone. You're here to create a life you enjoy without outside validation. When they sense the change and realize they're out of the loop, it will impact them more than words. Subtlety is your best friend. Always keep them guessing, wondering, and agonizing over your life without them. When they reconnect to see if they still have a chance, you decide if they're worth your time. You'll know you don't need them by then. Everything you need is within you. People, mastering delayed answers is one of your best moves. If you've always responded immediately, holding on to every message like a lifeline, this will feel like a huge change. The magic happens here. Trust me, every reaction delay changes the dynamic. You make them ponder, which turns into irritation and longing. People seek hard to get things, and being unexpected with your attention makes you more valued. People cease appreciating you when they know you'll respond immediately. Your availability is assumed, expecting they'll respond immediately as usual. However, delaying that response affects the game. They'll wonder why they're not responding. Was my statement incorrect? Someone else with them? Silence builds tension, which sparks curiosity. Think about it. People message you anticipating a rapid response. Nothing this time. An hour, 2, or a day passes. Silence gnaws at them. Your messages will keep appearing on their phone, making them wonder what's changed. Why no response? That question will haunt them, making them want your attention more. Delayed reactions change the dynamic, making them work harder for your time. The problematic part is that you'll want to answer right away, especially if their message is significant, or you've been waiting for it. However, you are not ignoring them for spite. You demonstrate your time's value. Your world continues after they text. That will make them think twice before taking your attention for granted. Maintain composure. Keep it light when you answer hours or days later. No apologies or lengthy explanations. Just, "Hey, just saw this. What's up?" This implies that you have a life outside of them and don't prioritize them. You're magnetic because you manage your time. This is not about being rude or frivolous. Setting limits and training kids to earn your attention is key. If you answer immediately to texts, they'll never value your time. Making them wait generates expectation and emotional commitment. Since you earned it, every message you send has more weight. They'll experiment. They may double text or follow up to see if you're still there. The golden rule: don't give in too soon. You lose all your work if you answer too hastily. Make them feel space. Let them ponder. They must learn that they cannot just walk back into your life and demand quick attention. Unpredictability is powerful. They'll pay more attention to everything you say and do if they can't predict your response. That uncertainty? This is intoxicating. They'll latch on to your words, studying every reaction, waiting for the next message because it won't be on their terms. You win there. But you must be sincere for this to work. You're not feigning busyness to trick them. You're busy. You're living, growing, and pursuing your passions and ambitions. Time and energy are precious. You don't owe anyone fast access or an explanation for your silence. Say it with me. I rule. Repeat, I am in control. If you want to react too hastily, you control your time, focus, and energy. Nobody can tell you when or how to respond. You've become hard to get, not just play. Differences exist, not just a ploy to make them miss you. It changes your self-image. You demonstrate your worthiness to them and yourself. Consider your attention a luxury. Once they recognize it, they'll treat you differently. They'll appreciate your time and effort to connect. Delayed responses are difficult to master. It requires discipline. However, every time you delay, you reinforce the message, I am in charge. Once they hear from you, it will mean more. They know they can't ignore you anymore. And this lesson will stick with them. Step 6. Be unpredictable wild card. Folks, things snap when you embrace volatility, boring predictability. If they always know your next move, when you'll text, what you'll say, and your availability, they cease thinking about you. Familiarity fosters complacency, which hinders attractiveness. Become a wild card to make them miss you. When they don't know what's next, they'll worry about you. That curiosity, it will draw them in whether they like it or not. The truth is, people like novelty. They love suspense. Their grip over you disappears when your moves are unpredictable. Their behavior changes, and they wonder why. What changed? Whether they recognize it or not, this requires emotional investment. Stop starting conversations if you usually have. Start declining arrangements without reason if you always say yes. Switch up your social media posting routine. After a few days of silence, publish something mysterious like big things forthcoming. No tags, details, nothing. The slightest uncertainty produces mental friction, which keeps individuals engaged. But don't confuse unpredictability with anarchy. This is not about unpredictable behavior or mind tricks. Break patterns and add intrigue to keep them guessing without compromising your genuineness. You may cancel plans or react to messages after hours. Small changes have a big impact. They thought they understood you, but now they doubt everything. Unpredictability is beautiful since it means you're not living for them. You proceed independently. It will dawn on them that they cannot control or foresee your activities. That realization, it'll madden them. More time will be spent wondering about you. As they wonder, they'll miss the easy to access you. The magic arises when someone has to work harder to understand you. They become more invested. Human nature. They'll try to reconnect, figure out what happened, and see if they can help. Different rules apply this time. Now you're unpredictable. You've become desirable. I'm the wild card. This is your new motto. Repeat, I am the wild card whenever you feel inclined to slip into old routines. It should remind you that your life isn't about others. You move purposefully and independently. When they understand how unpredictable you've become, they'll realize they never understood you. Your absence will be most felt then. Step 7. No early returns. Hold line. All your hard effort pays off when you hold the line. The real test begins when they notice your absence and try to get you back in. They'll test the waters with lovely words, pleasant greetings, or nostalgia. Most people collapse here, reverting to old habits, but not you. This time, no. Hold the line this time. No early returns or rushing back because they finally showed up. It will be hard. Temptation will be strong. You'll be excited when they text, thinking, finally, they noticed me. This time may be different. However, caving in too soon resets the dynamic. They'll return to old behaviors, expecting you'll always answer the phone. You must be steadfast. They must feel your absence fully before anything changes. Avoid responding immediately when they reach out. Let that message dwell for an hour, day, or more. Remember your efforts to restore your power and rebuild yourself. Don't sacrifice all that for a quick approval. Holding the line is sticking to your principles even when it's hard, not punishing them, but defending yourself. The beauty is that the longer they wait, the more they'll think about what they lost. They'll find it hard to attract your attention again. In uncertainty, change occurs. It forces individuals to face their feelings and decide whether to participate or not. Say it, I hold the line. This is your mantra. Every time you want to respond too soon or relapse into old behaviors, repeat, I hold the line. It should remind you of your rebuilt power and development. Holding the line isn't fun. You must value yourself enough to wait for what you deserve. No worries if things don't turn out as planned. No one awaits you. Progress has been made. Because line holding isn't just about them. Know your worth and be solid in it, no matter what. Finished people, say it, I'm done waiting. Instead of saying it now, leave it in the comments. Reclaim your power and let the world know. Subscribe, like, and share if this message resonated. No turning back. You've started living your way. No more waiting. You should rise now. Stay strong, focused, and let your absence weigh on them. Got it? Step 8. Rethink your priorities. Build the final fortress of your independence here, guys. Readjusting your routine and priorities is about embracing your growth, not just making adjustments. While waiting for someone, you conform to their schedule, habits, and whims. But now is the time to focus on yourself and create a unique existence. Take little steps. Organize your day around your interests. Spend mornings with coffee and a book, afternoons at the gym, or evenings on a soul-satisfying pastime. To break any routines that remind you of them or revolve on their availability. Reinventing your routine means choosing joy and fulfillment without external affirmation. Set new priorities without fear. Maybe you decide to focus on your work, get that promotion, or start that side business you always wanted. You may see old friends or make new ones who share your values. Let it be yours. Please say, I choose me. When you set boundaries and structure your day for improvement, you're telling yourself you're worth it. When people witness the changes and realize you're not the same person who waited on them, it'll hurt more than words. They'll notice your activities and demeanor change. Step 9. Discover new opportunities. Adding new individuals and opportunities is part of moving forward. Not forcing a rebound relationship or forcing friendships for diversion. It's about accepting all progress. Accepting new connections, professional possibilities, and experiences that challenge you strengthens your self-commitment. Opening yourself to the world opens it to you. Immersing yourself in new experiences reduces doubt and regret. When they see you thriving and enjoying life, it will shake them. They'll see that your world has grown without them. Say it with me. I welcome new beginnings. This reminds you that your story is greater than one chapter or character and is still being written. Accept the uncertainty and let it change your story. 10th, own your power and thrive. Your energy, time, and self-worth are back. Complete ownership is the last phase. Owning your power implies knowing that success doesn't depend on who acknowledges you. From within, standing in your truth and knowing you are entire, deserving, and enough is key. You experience something amazing when you use this power. People who once thought you'd always be there start to perceive you differently. They may reach out to relight what they lost. If they do, you'll be ready to choose your own path, not return to old habits. Owning your power is living it, not just declaring, "I'm done waiting." Waking up every day, selecting yourself, making decisions that reflect your worth, and sticking onto that strength, no matter what. Because you know your pleasure isn't dependent on others' actions or approval. You made and cultivated it. Say it again. I'm done waiting. Make this your anthem for the future. Chase after unappreciative folks is over. You no longer give up your energies and emotions. Your time has come to shine in a life that's yours. Stay strong, focused, and going forward. Your path brings progress, excitement, and unlimited possibilities. Let them miss you, but more importantly, let yourself choose you, because you have this and the greatest is yet to come.